And hopefully, if you bet the SGP parlay over on WinBet, you got it. You bet you got the bet in when it was plus 2.5 because now it's Seattle minus 2.5. Ryan, we have no audio.
They have. I don't know what was going on, but I'm guessing they missed my tout. God damn it! It's good though because I realized I don't want to dance on any graves before the bet is cashed.
Yes. So since the audio wasn't happening, we were just talking about how we told you that Kyler Murray was not going to play and that you should bet Seattle plus 2.5 when it was available. Now it's Seattle -3. I mean, I still like Seattle -3, but obviously I like Seattle plus 2.5.
Russ versus Colt McCoy -3. Let's go. Come on. If you're in Twitter Spaces, you might have heard the audio. Burn it like Mark Wahlberg in The Shooter. Just get rid of it. All right, let's take a caller to get things going.
All right, let's go.
Jong, I know it's a great day to be alive, be a DGen. What do you got for us today? Happy Sunday, Jong.
Oh, that was beautiful. It's curb stomping.
So how long do you lean into the US fuck USC? Because I was at the game for Colorado and no one cared about the Colorado game. Everyone was just, these are mild mannered adults, and all of a sudden it's just FSC. Fuck FC this, fuck FC this. So you took care of business. Chip, of course, we were on UCLA on the college show. Sean.
Yeah.
Sorry, too much touting. What do you got, John?
I got one nugget and one Korean barbecue special player prop. Ooh. Here we go. Nugget number 1. All in on the Browns. We got Tim Boyle starting for the Lions here today. First of all, he is a backup to who? Jared Goff. That alone is, worthy of fading the Lions. But if you look at his college stat at the defending national champion UConn, 1 touchdown, 13 interceptions, all in on the Browns today. I am trying to eat turkey this Thanksgiving, not spam. That's what I want to do this week.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Player prop is Michael Pittman Jr. under 56.5 receiving yards. Couple angles. Angle number 1. He is a dome player. Going to be playing in November. Bills weather. Come on, man. And then angle number 2. The last 4 weeks, he's hit on this number over. He smashed it, but he's played 3 of those games at home, and the 4th game was at the West Coast, San Francisco. So he's not going to get this number. I want to eat some sides this Thanksgiving. Let's effing go.
All right, brother.
Let's effing go.
Let it ride, John.
Love it. Thank you, John.
And
good luck.
I threw it up on the screen. His Korean barbecue / turkey player prop. I got to be honest, Sean. I don't like his player prop, and,
really?
and I got to be honest. We like John,
yes,
but I'm going to throw it out there. I don't think we've ever heard John give us so many reasons why he likes something. So hopefully Pittman delivers for us in the ETH League because we do need him today, Sean.
Yeah, no, but he's solid angle. And Ryan, we had Patriots defense, so we're pretty good. I mean, we are 28 points.
It's all about getting over the finish line, Sean. All right, what do we want to talk about? I'm sure we have questions.
I got my parlay cooking over here, doing a little cooking.
So, yeah, if you're new to the show, all of the picks that Sean has given out to this point in the week, he doesn't care about anymore. It's only about this parlay.
Well, I did bet the SGP parlay, which we gave out on the show, and then I will have one mega big dog parlay to unveil on the good folks. As we'll do that.
We'll do that a little bit later. Is it 3 teams again?
No. Well, it might be. I'm dabbling between 3
so
and 4
you don't
teams.
have your
maybe a 5th team. I feel like some of these are just good, just good business decisions, Ryan. I got to be honest.
You want to extract the maximum value. All right. Should we hop into some questions?
Yeah. What do we got?
I don't know. I assumed we have questions. If you have questions, which by the way, we did talk about the Tim Boyle situation and how we might be getting to fade Tim Boyle when we laid the points with Cleveland.
Jose Gonzalez saying the whole world on Miami Jets +4, a play or stay away. I liked Miami. I gave it out as one of my locks, but I liked it at Miami -3. I mean, I still like it at Miami -4, but Yeah, I mean, you're betting on Joe Flacco. There's only so many times in the NFL season where you will get to bet against Joe Flacco.
Does Joe Flacco win someone $1 million today, Sean?
$1 million? Well, no,
in DFS.
Yeah, I mean, if someone plays Miami's defense, I could see them pulling down the Millie Maker.
Does Tua win someone $1 million today?
No,
in DFS.
That's unlikely. That's really unlikely.
Was your quarterback in DFS this week, Lamar? Or am I mistaken? That was
that was Adam.
Oh, he's gonna have to be late swapping.
Yeah.
Lamar. That game in general feels like they're gonna just need the stretchers on the sideline. Bears without a lot of people. Ravens really banged up now with Hollywood and Lamar out. Do we have a new take on that game, Sean?
A new take. I still think the
because we were on laying the points with the Ravens as a road favorite.
Yeah, I still like the Ravens simply because I do think fading teams coming off the bye is a good strategy. Certainly the illness stuff is big, but now you have the on the other side the Bears know Akeem Hicks and Mac is out for the season. That's really a huge part of their defense.
It's all their defense.
I do think Justin Fields is an interesting DFS play. I do have a Justin Fields lineup, him with Mooney and Cole Kmet, and then you can play some stud RBs like Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb. I actually do have Michael Pittman Jr. in here. Maybe I'll swap him out.
Don't do it.
Thanks to Jong's advice. What else? Oh, I would say worth noting is that Miles Sanders. I think he's going to end up getting a decent workload as the week went along. He apparently looked great in practice, and Kenny Gainwell is inactive. So I think
crazy.
What's crazy?
Just the Kenny Gainwell experience this year, like just going from a guy who's popping in the end zone early. I know not a ton of usage, but now to becoming inactive down the stretch here.
Yeah, I mean it's not that crazy. I'm not
throwing shade. I'm just saying it's like it was crazy to see how quickly he popped on the scene and then how quickly he's disappearing.
Yeah, really, it's more just the emergence of Jordan Howard, and
you never thought you would have said that.
No, pick 2 for 2 flex positions: Claypool, Foreman, Landry, and Miles Sanders.
Oh, so tell me, are we starting Miles Sanders in the ETH League this week, Sean?
It's interesting.
Eagles insider.
I like it as a tournament play. I don't know. I feel like his floor is still pretty low. I just think he has an interesting upside. I think for Danny Locks, I'm going now. I get you didn't mention whether it's full point PPR or not, but I would probably just go. I mean,
you think Danny Locks plays some no PPR bullshit?
I love Claypool. Yeah, I would probably go Claypool and Foreman. I mean, I don't know if the Browns are going to throw more than 10 passes. So Landry, I mean, the weather is really an issue. You have Nick Chubb, you have a hurt Baker Mayfield. I just don't see how Landry gets involved at all. And Jeremy McNichols is inactive for the Titans. So you feel like that's got to bump up Foreman as well. They're dealing with a little bit of weather down in Tennessee. So I wouldn't be surprised if they look to pound the rock. And Foreman, I mean, maybe AP gets some, but I Foreman having a nice day sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, so you want to bring it back to DFS? Foreman feels like a chalk play, just because, like you said, the weather report. Who knows? I'm still on my Cooks, AJ Brown double stack, but yeah, I think Foreman's gonna have all the opportunity in the world. So yeah, we never actually fit, but you still like the Ravens at -1 then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I kind of do too. That quarterback on the Chicago side just isn't ready for the bright lights of the National Football League.
No, I think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I just think the Ravens are overall as a team, a better team.
Have we asked people if they've ridden with us with the SGP parlay over at WinBet, Sean?
Have we?
Yeah. Since we started the show, have we asked them? Oh, I'm just wondering how many people have ridden with it, because if you grab that parlay of Seattle, Green Bay, and Miami on Wednesday or Thursday when we told you, you would have gotten that plus odd on Seattle. Any chance you're running to the window now to catch that +3 with Arizona and Colt McCoy? Because I've seen a couple questions come up with that game.
No.
At what point does it become like a line value game where you go the other way?
No, I mean if it
would have to be 7, right?
Yeah. No,
3.5.
I like 4.5, 4. Maybe I would consider it because I don't. the Seattle team certainly has their issues, but you're getting Russell Wilson at home coming off his first shutout loss. I don't know if he's interested in fantasy because I think Pete Carroll could really instruct them to pound the rock and not turn the ball over. And so I could see it being a lower scoring game.
I certainly like that angle of Pete Carroll being upset with Russell, but if you look at his stats, the only time he's had a PFF grade lower than 40, it's happened twice, both times at Lambeau. So I love the big bounce back spot here.
Chris Canfield 779. Did I miss Sean's parlay? No, you did not miss the parlay. A lot of people coming in for the parlay ride. Gallup, Bateman, Tony, Kirk, pick 2. This is for Christopher Rice. What do you got?
Say it again. Kirk,
Gallup, Bateman, Tony,
okay.
Kirk, pick 2.
Gallup. How do you look past Gallup and Bateman?
Well, I mean, maybe you're thrown off by Ravens starting. I mean, Hollywood Brown isn't playing, so that certainly helps Bateman's workload. But
but to your point, the quarterback situation's kind of gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess give me Kirk. He's done well with McCoy.
Yeah, I think you go Gallup and Kirk.
And Gallup without Cooper, you got to think there's going to be some volume there.
Yeah. All right. Pick 2. Gallup 4 QB anytime rushing touchdown, 64-1.
Oh my god!
And he's going Paulie style, Jake Paquin. Love it. 4 QB anytime rushing touchdowns, Fields, Hurts, Mahomes, Allen. That feels good, Ryan.
Who doesn't get in? Mahomes, right?
Yeah,
that would be the 2021.
Mahomes is probably the longest odds.
It's not the worst bet.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, Nelson! Shout out to Nelson and YouTube getting upset. There's 74 viewers and only 5 likes.
Yes.
Appreciate you, bro.
Bully the other listeners into liking the show. I like that. Where your head's at.
I see Ryan Lovin is throwing out hashtag. Which, by the way, shout out to the team Ryan. Jags +7, Sean. Any chance you're playing the Jags at that steep number of 7?
Oh man, I would love to fade Kyle Shanahan, especially since he can't do it as a road favorite. You know, Urban Meyer knows how to take down a college offense. I'm not getting down on the Jags.
Yeah, here's the thing. Right?
I'm not going to be the guy that says pass, but I'll stick to my what did we pick on the show? 49ers -6.5.
-6.5. And you know, shout out to the Jags. The rush defense has gotten better. So if you're ever going to take a team against Kyle Shanahan, you could talk yourself into it. Real quick, Sean, play the breaking news music because Jim McCauley just got a text to his phone saying Lamar Jackson is out. Is it true? Sorry, dude. It is true. He is out. Deontay Foreman or Corey Davis in half PPR, Sean. Feels like there could be some points in the Jets game. Don't you take Corey Davis? Joe Flacco loves to chuck it up. Big receiver.
You know, I think, and I haven't looked at the numbers, but I think if I recall, Joe Flacco was actually like a Crowder guy. And double check, go back and look because I feel like Crowder had a bunch of garbage PPR points, courtesy of Joe Flacco.
You might be right.
So I've been out on Corey Davis, and he's coming back from injury, right?
Yeah, he had a couple drops last week, but he certainly had a couple games early in the season, albeit with Zach Wilson. All right, what's next? We got Jose Gonzalez is smashing Houston. Is smashing Houston over 1.5 team touchdowns. Hell yeah, love that spot. I'm catching the points there with my Texans. What else we got, Sean?
Colby is my dad 420, putting all my daughter's college money on Philly -3.
We haven't smoking my weed.
Oh, Sean doesn't like that. We haven't talked about.
What? No, his name is Colby is my dad 420, right?
I understand.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to act like you're saying he's high for betting on the Eagles today.
Okay, got it.
We haven't talked about that game yet. How confident are you? Lines moved all the way out to a full 3.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel good about the team. Good about the O line. Yeah, I mean, I think it could be kind of an ugly game, but I'm optimistic. I mean, our defense has done really well against subpar quarterbacks who struggle against like a Mahomes, a Brady, that kind of thing. But a Teddy Bridgewater, a Matt Ryan, a Jared Goff, a Trevor Siemian. That's when this team eats, and we need a home win. So I think we get the win. Trevor
Siemian has been grading out well. If you care about PFF,
no, I know. I mean, so is Jalen Hurts, but like Trevor Siemian doesn't pass the eye test for me. No Alvin Kamara. They're missing both of their tackles. Like I think it's going to be tough for the Saints to move the ball. And we wore all black jerseys the last time we beat them, which was last year when they came in with Taysom Hill. Jalen Hurts' first start. I think we're going to be able to move the ball against this defense.
Yeah, first home win would be a big one.
Jordan Bevel saying Texans haven't scored a road touchdown since week 2. That is bad.
That's horrible. All right, start Herbert or Josh Allen in fantasy. Jesus, feels like that you have a great opportunity if you have both those quarterbacks.
Oh, 100% Josh Allen. I'm kind of. I know Steelers are down some key players, but I still kind of like the Steelers to get up for this game. It's going to feel like they're a 7-point home dog. Obviously it's in Los Angeles, but that place is going to be, that's going to feel like Pittsburgh country. And Big Ben, if you remember last time when he came back from his COVID break, he really lit it up. I think he's going to put up some good numbers. I think they win outright. So I'm definitely going. Josh Allen,
Elijah Moore, or Rashad Bateman. I'd go Elijah Moore. Maybe he's the Flacco guy now. Who knows? Yeah,
I mean Bateman. What you have going for you is concentrated targets. So I would actually go Bateman there.
Yeah, it's interesting too because the quality of targets both ways are pretty bad. All right.
I like this. Ruhadri Aduni says CMC, Dalvin Cook, Chubb, and Fields all to score 2 touchdowns or plus 2 touchdowns. 2-2-2-7 to 1. Let's go. That is a real
#Legends only.
Now, do each of them have to score more than 2 touchdowns? If they score 2 touchdowns, is it a push? I need the fine print on that one.
I think he just put the plus. I think it's 2+. So I think he just needs each guy to get 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. So if each guy scores 2 touchdowns, I like it. Cause I mean, all 3 of those teams, their game plan is going to be give this guy the ball a bunch.
Oh, you're going to have to sweat out Justin Fields finding the end zone for that second time, probably. All right. Magic Man here, VIP service. He wants to know, Sean, Cooks, Lockett, Mike Williams, and Ayuk got to start too. Dalvin Cook, Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, and Brandon Ayuk. I got to be honest. My instant reaction to this one is I can't, like the weather is enough to put me off Cooks in a season long where I'm going Lockett and Ayuk. Give me Ayuk against the Jags to go off. Feels like the kind of game he goes off.
Yeah, definitely Lockett. I don't know. Is Ayuk gonna?
Maybe I'll be on the wrong receiver, but I like I said, I kind of think the Jags Niners game is going to have some points in it, and I think it might be passing. So I would lean Mike Williams. I just can't start right now, so he's off my list. It would be Brandon Cooks, and then you're just hoping for garbage, and the weather to not be too bad.
Yeah, I would go Lockett and Cooks. I still think Cooks is. I'm not adjusting. I think the weather will be a little bit, but I mean Tyrod Taylor has to throw the ball to someone. And I think it's going to be Brandon Cooks. I still think he gets a shit ton of targets. I mean, he's coming off a 14 target game.
You're probably right. All right, I'll say Cooks and Lockett too. All right, you talked me into a logical position. All right, well, any games we haven't talked about? Bills Colts a ton. We're on the Colts catching the points. Nothing's happened to change your opinion there, I assume. Anything you want to add to the Colts Bills game?
No, I mean, it just feels like a game Indy backdoors, but that Colts are probably in control of, that the Bills are in control of. It just seems like a high number for a Bills team that has, for a Colts team that has Jonathan Taylor. It feels like it's going to be a lot like that playoff game where, maybe there's a part early where the Colts are up, but ultimately Bills take care of business. Feels like 7 feels a bit high.
Yeah, long drive potential, forcing Josh Allen to do stuff. All right, let's bring on Terrell. Terrell, of course, coming to us from a place far, far away, with I'm assuming an extra long, maybe a touchdown player prop parlay. in typical Terrell fashion. Terrell, you with us? Maybe. We'll give Terrell a second since the internet sometimes takes some time. And you know what? In the meantime, Sean, I'm going to quickly throw out my first half parlay.
Oh, go for it.
Since you like a good parlay, I'm going Cleveland -7. We love that. A little Tim Boyle right off the bat. That pass rush. Hello. Indy +4. Just talked about that. I think, could maybe a slow start. Maybe Buffalo finds a way in the end, but Miami -2.5. Love this spot. Green Bay pick 'em. Sean, turns out everyone's on Minnesota this week. Didn't expect that to happen. And give me the Ravens as a pick 'em here. Just throwing the last one in there as a complete Hail Mary dart.
All right, I'm ready to break down my parlay as well.
Yeah, it looks like Terrell went away.
The first leg of the big dog parlay. Give me the Seattle Seahawks money line. You know what? Actually, hold on. I'm not scared of Seattle -3. Come on. What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? All right.
Okay, reset. The first leg in the big dog parlay. Give me Seattle -3. The second leg in the big dog parlay. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders money line. And the last and final leg. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers money line.
All right. What's that pay, Sean?
$100 pays 1,088 over at WinBet. Get down on that ASAP. Let's fucking go.
Threw it on the screen just to recap. Seattle on the spread, and then I saw what you were doing there. You wanted to say all on the money line. It does sound better, but Seattle -3, Vegas money line, Pittsburgh money line. That's not a bad way to. What was last week's? Maybe a little bit steeper.
I think it was like 1150. Yeah, so 1080, 1150. That's kind of the sweet spot.
And in weeks where we will have Formula One up on the screen, I did a little deep dive, Sean.
Yeah.
Weeks where I'm watching Formula One during the early slate, even though it's a replay, one of us has hit a parlay. Either I've hit a first halfer or you've hit your big dog. So let's keep that streak alive.
Magic Man Blanco saying he just bet the whole Thanksgiving booze fund on Sean's parlay. That was refreshing.
And just an absolute legend. Are we gonna crack open that sweet cold brew Jameson today? Maybe
that sounds pretty fun.
Little midday whiskey.
Yeah, we got to figure out. We got a ton of content coming at you Monday, Tuesday, loading you up for the Thanksgiving weekend. College picks, NFL picks, Thanksgiving DFS. Oh, it is. I love Thanksgiving week. Obviously, Thanksgiving, awesome holiday, but also you essentially get 2 NFL Sundays in 1 week, especially now that the NFL realized give people that third late game, the bailout. Oh man, I lost on the early games. It's perfect. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it feels like the college football folks should hire the NFL to teach them how to make shit more interesting.
And they have our buddy Coach Leach in the Egg Bowl as well.
Oh man, it does make me sad that I'm always going to miss the Egg Bowl. But Sean, Thanksgiving means I'm off the grid. I'm staring at stars. I'm medicated. I'm going on vision quests. Going to come back clear for the second half of the season. All right, what else do we have, Sean? Have we answered all the questions?
Yeah, if you have more questions, feel free to send them in. Any sort of DFS stuff, late stuff, interesting stuff to hit on. Like I said, I do think Miles Sanders is kind of an interesting play in tournaments. That's pretty fun. I do like Darnell Mooney as well in like a field stack, especially with Allen Robinson not playing, and he seems to have some chemistry with Mooney as well. So I think Mooney's pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mo Alley Cox, anytime TD. Nick Fortune wants to know: are we playing it this week?
Cox.
He's kind of gotten off of Mo Alley Cox lately. I mean, when was the last time
Carson Wentz has gotten off the Cox? Huh?
He's slowly but surely not using the Cox as much as some say he should. I don't know. I feel like Jack Doyle's been stealing his thunder. He hasn't gotten one. The last 3 games, 0 for on the touchdowns. You could say maybe he's due, but he's only had
330 anytime. That's not bad.
Yeah, 330. All right, 330. Roll the dice. Let's go.
Some say that's why Andrew Luck went on his backpacking vision quest, was to get off the cocks. So, all right, what else do we got?
Let's see. We got Brian Jones late at night while delivering coffee and bagels in parts of downtown LA and Hollywood. A transience of dust suggested Jets, Eagles, Giants, Jags. I thought he might be on to something.
I have a funny tangent on the story like that.
Well, Giants aren't. Oh, you're right. Giants are playing. I mean, if you're doing that bet, I would say do it money line, and because you got to go big or go home with something like that.
I used to live in West Hollywood many years ago, and my local 7-Eleven had a homeless gentleman who would just hang out outside, just a regular dude. And once he figured out that I like to watch football, he would occasionally give me some bets. And much like this story, Sean, one morning he told me what he liked, put it in a parlay, and it hit. So you never know. The gold comes to you, and good advice comes to you through interesting mediums.
Anytime the gambling gods give you a sign, a la when we were out in Las Vegas, we were looking for a lucky craps table. We saw a guy rocking an Eagles jersey, and then went on an insane craps run, winning thousands upon thousands of dollars on one roll. You gotta accept if the gambling gods are giving you a hot tip. Kurt wants to know, it's one of those days I'm going to throw in 2 tight ends for a DFS GPP 3 entry max. Do you ever recommend a tight end in the flex?
My take on that is if one of the tight ends is Kelsey, then it's okay. I think.
Yeah, because
it's hard to look. You can win with 2 tight ends. It's just you're decreasing your chance in the big time GPP stuff. I think when you go to the smaller stuff, it becomes a little bit more useful because it's potentially ways to get contrarian. But again, you could fill that position with someone who's going to get a high ceiling wide receiver workload or a running back workload. So I do wonder. I don't think it's the correct build ever.
Yeah, I think but
it can win still, if that makes sense.
I think Kramer's right. I wouldn't play like 2 mid-tier tight ends. I do think you can make exception. Like if you're starting Kelsey in the tight end spot and you want to throw in like one of these Stone Min tight ends that are super cheap, like a John Bates for Washington. Now that Ricky Seals Jones is out and Logan Thomas is out, that's kind of interesting because I like that kind of thing where you're taking advantage of the fact that the Stone Min on tight end is $2,500. So I think in that case it makes sense. I would say if you're playing 2 tight ends, like I like Goddard and Kittle, I think you're getting crazy there.
Yeah,
but if you're doing it like Kramer was saying, a 1 as like a way to get Kelsey in, and then there are some $2,500 tight ends that are kind of interesting. That I think, yeah. So he says one of them is Kelsey. Yeah, that's fine. I would just go super cheap on the flex tight end, and Bates might be that guy. Terrell Furman, he's typing in his touchdown parlay. He's got Crowder and Troutman.
I'm going to put it up on the screen, Sean. It's Crowder, Adams, DK, and Troutman. Oh, that's not the right one. And it's going to pay 80 to 1. Shout out to Terrell. I guess the interwebs aren't treating him well. He's not speaking to us today, but he's speaking to us through just like that gentleman spoke to him about that 14 parlay. Terrell's speaking to us from the chat.
Hashtag Legends Only.
And I swear to you, the motherfucker hit that parlay week 1. I was like, God damn, whoever found Terrell. Genius hire.
Should I consider, Matt wants to know, should I consider Snell in a DFS lineup? Steelers are going to run the ball. He could get a touchdown and some touches.
No,
sorry. I mean, the Pittsburgh of all people, they're so dependent on Najee Harris. Obviously if you have season long, you're already starting him. DFS, maybe you make him a captain in the showdown slate, but yeah, I don't think you fuck with Benny Snell. Now, if you're saying Benny Snell long shot first touchdown, okay, maybe you're talking to me, but I don't think he has much value in DFS.
Sean, we have a decision to make in our dynasty league that can't get out of this situation fast enough. Are we starting Tyler Boyd over Miles Sanders?
Tyler Boyd.
Not great decisions. Not great opportunity.
I'd say with this league where we're totally fucked. Yeah, let's roll with Miles Sanders.
All right, then the question becomes: are we starting Latavius Murray or Tyler Boyd? Yeah, we suck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go Boyd.
Latavius Murray. I think
Boyd will give some nice leverage off of Higgins and Chase in season long.
I think Latavius Murray might have a big game if they're. I mean, they're probably going to limit their throws now that no Lamar.
And just to point out one last thing about the tight end in DFS, like that's part of the reason you want to get the tight end taken care of with your correlated stack or whatever, so you don't have to deal with that position. All right, Sean.
Yes,
I think we're
closing it out.
We've cleared out all the queues. We've emptied the tanks. Best of luck today.
Let's go
to your Eagles, Sean.
Yes, and a reminder: Seahawks -3, Steelers money line, and the Oakland Raiders money line. Let's go. Big dog parlay available at WinBet. Kramer, you want to rattle off your first half parlay?
Yeah, I'll throw them both on the screen too. First half parlay, and someone asked for a first quarter parlay. Just play the same teams: Cleveland, Indy, Miami, Cleveland, Indy, Miami, Green Bay, and Baltimore, all on the spreads. And I'll throw yours up on the screen too one more time. Seattle -3, Las Vegas money line, Pittsburgh money line. And for those who haven't asked, maybe you asked, maybe you wonder, maybe you were scared to ask, take the goddamn Giants on the money line, baby. They're feeling good. They're healthy. And Sean, I'll tell you this: the last time they had a completely healthy offense, they dismantled the Saints and put up their best game of the season. Danny Dimes threw for 400.
It was on the road though.
400. You're right there. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Best of luck today, Sean.
Kramer. Let it ride.